bubblegum ice cream. You don't find it very often. Bubblegum ice cream is the best. Alright, what you got going over there? Oh, geometry boards. How many freaking stages are there on this? Because apparently so. Yeah, that's right. Good people are making one. I think there's a zombie game I've been playing that I think I might play. Been pretty good. Been pretty good. All right. What? I'm watching you. I can't be on my neck for.
Wait, you can't touch that. Why can't they look? Wait.
Right on, man. Let's see. What we're gonna do? I ended on the.
Why did you change your profile?
Just cause it was time. I've had that profile since like last Halloween.
What?
I said it was time I changed my profile. I might change it again though. I just don't like red. I'm not a big fan of red.
Dad, look.
New vest. New vest. Not best.
Look.
I'm continuing to look. There he is. A handle on my biz. There is. Oh, come on, man. There it is.
Civilization is a vulnerable thing, a whim of circumstance.
Where'd it go?
At any time, the smallest flap of a butterfly's wings may set catastrophe in motion.
Eh. Come on, man. What are we rocking a 486 DX here?
An entire city.
This is excellent. This is excellent. Been enjoying this game. Dying Light 2.
Daddy, look.
What's going on over here?
Daddy, look. Look, can I do it? You think I can do it? Look.
It looks like you're doing it. Oh!
Daddy, look.
What the hell?
Daddy, look.
Okay, some of that drift is gone. Okay, it's a lot better than it was. Or is it? Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, I want to do this. Why is it so clunky? And why am I getting so... There we go. Okay. Alright. Are we backing up? Are we? Come on, man. Catch up. Catch up. What the fuck is going on here? I've never had this problem before.
Don't look at me like that. I'm just giving you information.
What's going on in the central games restricted access.
Let's get out of here and see if it fixes it. Come on. What the fuck is this? Never had this problem before. The fuck up here and open that door. Oh. You gotta be kidding me, man. You are doing awesome, man. I know you're good at this game. Yeah, I'm not playing. Oh, almost the end again. You know what? I haven't messed with this in a while. What's going on here? Let me go back to... Russia threatens to strike Europe. Okay. God almighty, what the hell? Is this for real? Is this for real? What is going on with this, huh? What's going on here?
China recently released its 2025 population data. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the total population is expected to drop to around 1.405 billion, a decrease of 3.39 million from the previous year. This marks the fourth consecutive year of negative growth. Out of the 27 provinces with available data, 20 saw a population decline, while only 7 experienced growth. This data has sparked heated discussions online.
1000万人口的哈尔滨，街上没人，写字楼没人，餐厅没有人。
In Harbin, with a population of 10 million, there's no one on the streets, no one in office buildings, no one in restaurants. Where did all the people go? I remember back when we had 1.3 billion people. The streets were full. The train stations were crowded with people carrying big bags. But now, with 1.4 billion, it feels like there's no one. The only place that's crowded now is the hospital. There are huge lines there. Does anyone know where all the people in Harbin have gone?
Hopefully not.
Official data shows that Harbin, a northern city, has a population of around 10 million. But in reality, it's hard to feel that kind of population density in everyday life. The streets are quiet, office buildings are vacant, and restaurants have very few customers. The doubts about the population data quickly grew, with many online users expressing clear distrust, even outright rejecting the official numbers. They say most of them are gone, and there aren't many births anymore. One user commented, "The world has already acknowledged that China's population is around 800 million. There's hardly anyone left." Another user said, "After the 3 vaccine shots, there aren't many people anywhere." This feeling isn't just limited to Harbin. A similar discussion and confusion have emerged in another northeastern city. A user from Fushun, Liaoning, also expressed almost identical concerns on social media.
There is a strange phenomenon happening in Fushun lately. I specifically searched it up, and Fushun's resident population is 1.71 million. Are these 7.71 million people not eating anymore? I was chatting with a colleague this afternoon. One was making videos for restaurant. Their coupons aren't selling. The live streams aren't being watched, and no one is eating at the restaurants. I figured maybe people are being more frugal now, buying groceries and cooking at home. Then I talked to the aunt who sells vegetables at the market, and she said no one is buying their produce. It's not selling. Some might say they're ordering takeout, but when I got on the elevator, I saw the delivery guys and they all looked pretty down. I talked to them, and they said, there are no orders now. No orders at all.
Okay.
It's way less than before. I saw someone online guessing that people have all gone back to their hometowns, to their counties. I'm from a county too, buddy, and no one's coming back. On the streets, it's just old people and children. Let me tell you, when I go down in the elevator in the morning, if I happen to see someone around my age, my whole day feels so much better. But there's no one. On the streets, it's either people with canes or pushing carts.
Data shows that among the 20 provinces with negative population growth, Hunan has lost 470,000 people, Sichuan has lost 460,000, Anhui has lost 410,000, and Shandong has lost 372,000. In the northeast, Heilongjiang has lost 280,000 people, and Liaoning has lost 240,000. Other central and western provinces, like Hubei, Guangxi, Jiangxi, and Gansu, have also recorded net decreases in the tens of thousands. In contrast to the continuous population decline in most provinces, there are a few regions that are still seeing growth. However, the structure of this growth has sparked new discussions. According to the data, Guangdong saw an increase of 790,000 people, the highest in the country. Zhejiang added 310,000, and Xinjiang, Hainan, Shanghai, Tibet, and Ningxia also experienced slight growth. However, a deeper look at the data reveals that this growth isn't entirely due to natural population increase, but is largely driven by population influx. For example, in Guangdong, out of the 790,000 new people, only about 290,000 came from natural growth, while about 500,000 came from net migration from other provinces. In other words, this growth is more like a siphon effect, where population growth is maintained by attracting people from other regions. Shanghai's situation is similar. Its natural growth is negative, with 107,000 births and 164,000 deaths, but due to a net influx of 108,500 people, it achieved a positive growth of 51,500. This means that without migration, even these so-called growing regions would still face the trend of population decline. More and more ordinary people from first-tier cities are starting to verify this data through their own daily experiences. A netizen who has lived in Beijing for a long time shared his observations.
Today,
I want to talk about something interesting. I've noticed that the population in Beijing has really dropped. How did I notice? Well, a couple of days ago at 8:30 in the morning, I went to take the subway and found there was actually a seat. I've been coming to Beijing for almost 20 years, and this has never happened before. In the past, whether it was 8:30 or 9, if you went to take the subway, it was always packed, with people elbowing each other, so much so that you didn't even need to hold on to anything because the people around you would keep you steady. Now, there's actually a seat. Then a couple of days ago on Monday, I drove to work and found there was a parking spot in the underground garage under my office. In the past, it would take me over an hour to get to work, and I'd still spend half an hour looking for a spot. Now, there are empty spots. So I got curious and looked up the data, and it turns out that in 2025, Beijing's resident population is about 22 million. According to the 14th five-year plan, Beijing's population is supposed to be kept below 23 million, and it looks like we've already exceeded that target. Plus, according to some rumors, about 400,000 to 500,000 people didn't return to Beijing after the new year.
A netizen from Shanghai shared a similar feeling, saying, "It feels like there are fewer people in Shanghai too." Some people in the comments believe that after the pandemic, many people's health has deteriorated. From Harbin and Fushun to Beijing and Shanghai, more and more individuals from different cities and regions are feeling the same way, that people are disappearing. This change is even spreading to the busiest transportation hubs. A netizen shared their personal experience at Tianjin Airport.
Let me tell you about something a bit crazy. A few days ago, I flew out of Tianjin. When I got to the airport to check in, there were only 3 people in line in front of me. Then, when I went through security, usually there's that long snake-like queue, right? But there were only 2 people in front of me. It wasn't a particularly early or late flight either. I was thinking, what happened? Is there really fewer people? Or is the economy just in this bad of a shape? Then, when I went to the waiting area, I checked the display at the gate. It was around 12 p.m. when I sat down, and my flight was at 2 p.m. I suddenly realized the display only showed 2 flights. Mine at 2 p.m. and another at 7 p.m. That shows that the gate utilization is so low. It's only used a few times a day. It's clear that Tianjin's flights have visibly decreased. I just saw a post by another blogger who said the same thing about Beijing. People are visibly fewer. He took his mom to Tiantongyuan to take the subway, and it used to be packed with people with long queues, but this time there was no line at all. I'm wondering, what's going on with Beijing and Tianjin?
In the comments, many netizens responded, saying, "The old are dead, the young aren't being born, and the younger ones are being taken for parts. It's no surprise. The 3 vaccines, plus the organ harvesting, means fewer people. People have been eaten or sold by others. China doesn't have 1.4 billion people anymore. It's decreasing at a visible rate. Now it's less than 1 billion. By next year, there will only be 800 million. People have been eaten by demons. What's even..."
What? That's right, baby fat.
More notable is that this sense of emptiness isn't just in the north or first-tier cities. It's also happening in the southwest. In Chongqing, once bustling commercial areas are now showing noticeable changes. A netizen filmed the situation at Shapingba, Three Gorges Plaza, where many shops are closed, storefronts are vacant, and the whole pedestrian street seems unusually quiet.
In Chongqing's Shapingba district, Three Gorges Plaza is also eerily quiet.